delusional. No, most deranged crap on Twitter. Seriously, I don't understand. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What the hell do I need to do? Tell me right now.
So apparently, like Anna Kasparian is just she seems to be having issues lately. It's kind of weird. And there's this new channel. It's newer to me anyway. It might not be that new. Called the Vanguard, and they're sort of like made it their whole thing, or like close to their whole thing, to criticize TYT for like not being truly progressive and stuff. Kind of crazy. I know I don't cover stuff like this too often, but I wanted to start with it. So we're going to get into it. I am Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. Anna Kasparian's been fucking weird lately. I don't know what's going on, but I just saw her. She was in an interview with, I want to say like a centrist, praising Matt Walsh for like bringing up points that just need to be brought up in his new blockbuster film, Am I Racist? Which, as far as I could tell, seems to be like the biggest self-own of all. But I don't know. Said that. I mean, I feel like that's why everybody seemed to like that movie, because like the right seems to think that they're winning, but like they don't understand. They're just owning themselves. So like people on the left go, it's not. And there's just able to laugh at them not realizing how much they're owning themselves. Anyway, yeah, she praised him for doing such a great job of bringing up important issues. And if you think that about Matt Walsh, in even just the slightest bit, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. That's absurd. But here, let's watch this here.
Okay.
I got to say something right now. Bernie's cat, who just wrote in on Twitter and accused me of giving Ben Shapiro a pass. How the F was that a pass? How was that a pass? How was delusional? No, most deranged crap on Twitter. Seriously.
You know what this reminds me of? Have you ever seen like those movies where there's like the character, like it's like, I always call them crazy person movies. They made them a lot in the 90s. Like Basic Instinct and The Crush, and shit like that, right? And or Fear, I think, is another good one. I just got crazy person movies, right, where they become obsessed with somebody or whatever. This feels like the part of those movies where the crazy person harasses the person, so the main character, so much that then they fuck up at work. You know what I mean? Like they start just messing up, throwing the papers at, well, goddamn, I can't take, and they're in the middle of the meeting and all the big shots are there. And that the person got in their head so much they got them to go crazy at work. That's what this feels like. I don't think that's what's actually happening here.
Seriously, I don't understand. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What the hell do I need to do? Tell me right now. Okay, he's lying. I don't know what's in his head. I don't know if he's lying or if he's completely shielded from the reality because he's in a different bubble than you. Do you not understand that? Deranged. I don't know what else you want from me.
Okay, so I guess I'm not exact. I didn't watch whatever the thing is that she's referred to, but like he's defending like the slaughter in Gaza, and she's trying to say, oh no, he's not. He's not lying about everything. He's just in a different bubble, and all the people in his bubble are like nodding along to the stuff that he's saying, and he doesn't have access to the actual information. Because he's just in his little bubble, which is insane. I think that's crazy to think.
Jesus Christ. I can't take it anymore. Go ahead.
I'm so glad
I can't take it anymore. Her saying that. It's funny because like I saw like several articles where it's like Anna Kasparian left the left, right? And I thought that she even said that she left the left, right? I was surprised that she even still worked here, at TYT or whatever. I thought she quit a while ago when she left the left, but apparently not. Apparently that she's still working there. She's just saying stuff that is like clearly pivoting to the right.
We've started to bring in some hate watchers. We've got Anna Kasparian's alt account in here right now. I knew when Anna had a human moment, you monsters were going to revel in this.
That's funny, Stephen. And the reason why I joke about it being Anna's alt account is because you're channeling the same sort of victim energy that she was exuding last night on TYT. We're going to talk more about this, but Anna's grift has not been executed quite as successfully as she probably would have hoped it would have been up at this point. I think she kind of assumed a lot more people would defend her, a lot more people would come to her aid than ultimately did. So she's kind of lost in the marketplace of ideas. You know, when it comes to the debate, she can't even participate in it.
It is weird too that she's like having these issues with somebody just randomly saying something on Twitter. And don't get me wrong, I don't use. It's exactly why I don't like them with social media like that. Like I'll put up a couple things, but like I will get so like my ADHD just takes me away. I can't control my focus, right? Like that's sort of the problem with ADHD. And so when I'm online, I get dragged in to shit that's just stupid and bullshit that doesn't matter. There's just some ad on Twitter that who the hell knows who they are, but you just get invested in this like conversation, and it's like that none of this is worth anybody's time. And if you're as popular as Anna Kasparian, have you not like figured out how to not get drawn in to that stuff by now? You know what I mean? Like their channel's huge.
Alone win it. She won't hash this out. She won't stand her ground. She won't destroy any of her ideological opponents in the marketplace of ideas, like I said. So now, realizing that the only people that will defend her are loser channels like what was that guy, Black Conservative Perspective,
or Adam and Sitch,
just like the lowest.
I don't know who any of these people are.
The worst
bottom of the
feeders.
barrel,
Yeah.
true, enlightened centrist. Bro, I'm just above it all, bro. I'm just above it.
Actual justice warrior. So realizing that she's lost the actual debate, realizing that she has no substantive ground to stand on, let alone any moral high ground, now she has to resort to pretending to be the victim. Oh, I'm sorry.
That right there, it's really been strange every single time that she's gotten called out for something and just disagreed with about stuff. But like the main one that I remember that kind of that was like when this happened, I stopped watching TYT because I was just like, I was already on the edge of letting them go. But I did used to watch them quite a bit. And, when she's got all mad about people referring to birthing people in reference to abortion. She got really upset saying like, don't refer to me as a birthing person. I'm a woman. I'm, here it's like, it's for women and not just birthing people because that's all you see us as is birthing people. While I understand that the right usually characterizes women as just nothing but birthing beings, that's all they do. That was not the context in which people that they were referring to that term. It was in the context of abortion, which has everything to do with birth, right? That's exactly why they use that term. And women aren't the only people that give birth. Like trans men give birth, and also girls. Anyway, so that was weird. The pushback on it that it just kept going, right? And it just felt like, wow, this is not going to end. That was when my partner and we were talking. She was like, I never really liked TYT because she always felt like it was this, like they're trying to tell you how to feel, right? Like a lot of the shows that we do, like Sam Cedar, Majority Report and stuff like that, they don't tell you how to feel. They're just like, here's what it is, here's what we think, but they don't do this like, you should be outraged, oh my god, like do this like crazy like overact, like Jim Carrey's just telling you what you need to feel about the news. Other shows don't do that, and and we see why, because it's weird. I feel, and it feels like Fox News. That's what it feels like. How Fox News, like and the Daily Wire and stuff, like very right wing-esque, where they like try to tell you should be outraged, kind of thing. And it's like, you don't need somebody to do that if the facts are there and you're just showing the facts. We can just feel the way we're going to feel. You don't need to tell us how to feel. We can just feel it. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like TYT kind of was like falling off a little bit. And I hadn't really gotten back into them. I just started seeing all this shit because the Vanguard started showing, hey, Hunter S. Thompson for sheriff. You got the double thumbed fist. Okay. All right. See, I love Hunter S. Thompson. I always used to anyway. I used to idolize the guy a lot. Probably not the best person to idolize though. Just saying. That's not, you probably could come up with some better people for that. But then no, that's cool. It's probably good. He did run for sheriff. That's I think the point there. I don't know if anybody knows that. The guy from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, if you're not aware, the character, the bald guy with the cigarette that's insane, he ran for sheriff at one point, which is just kind of hilarious, honestly. But anyway, I don't know. What is with TYT just like printing out right wingers, man? Like, this is so strange. It's like, so Jimmy Dore came from there, apparently. And that dude just, all it took was a pandemic for that guy to lose his goddamn gourd. And then, oh man, the Ruben guy, man, he's from TYT too. I don't know. I start to be like, hold on now. This would be the third person to come out of that network and go right wing. It's really easy to be right wing, dude. Have you seen their content? Because there's like this emotional reactionary element to it that, again, I feel like TYT kind of plays off of that, just in the opposite direction, right? But because of that on the right, it's so easy to make it on the right. You could be an idiot who reads the articles that you are outraged about or pretending to be outraged about, and learn what those articles are about and react and respond to them as you're reading them, as long as you wear a beanie and you got your show and you know and even if you sit there and go get the whole thing wrong based on the headline and then read the article and everybody can see that you did not understand the article or read it ahead of time, and you can still make it and no one cares, because that's how easy it is to be right-wing channel, man. It's insane.
Rich ass Anna Kasparian living in Beverly Hills in her California condo.
I did not realize that she lived in Beverly Hills too. Like, that's not that is anything I really care about, but like you could see that it's probably influencing the way she thinks a little bit. I don't know.
The reality is that nowadays on the internet, if you're going to compete on YouTube, Gavin, is that you have an audience of loads of people, right?
What's up, Mike?
The Young Turks has over 6 million subscribers. Okay, so I want you guys to understand they are not a fringe YouTube channel. This is not Due Dissidents. This is not Revolutionary Blackout Network or some idiots that we would never waste our time discussing. This is up there with the Hassan Pikers, with the Desk.
Ember makes a valid point here. She said, "I do envy Anna's makeup. That's fair. She always does look nice. I got it. Credit where credit's due." Right. Jeffrey said, "My libertarian friend thinks Anna is right on." See. How about that, huh? The libertarian dude's like, that Anna, now she gets it. Her and Anne Rand. What's with the Anns, man? The Anne Rand, Anna Kasparian, they're just all on it. Now, like, so she, and that speaks volumes. Most libertarians are borderline anarchist dipshits. Jesus Christ. Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny because I've gotten into, because this is a punk channel, I've gotten into that so many times, where people are like, oh, the anarchists, you got to, if you're an anarchist or whatever, that means no government, right and left, they're all the same. It's, we should be fighting for no government. And it's like, to me, I'm like, you're crazy, dude. Like, we need roads to be fixed. If you're a libertarian and think there shouldn't be any government, well, then who does that give the power to? The people that already can have it. And it just makes it so those people that are selling shit and make fucking billions have to be like, it gives them no guardrails at all, right? And they don't want to put back into the system that they've taken so much from, because their business wouldn't work if they didn't have streets to get to it. Fucking Bezos just basically hijacked the postal system, right? Like, that was like all he did. He just figured out how to hijack the postal system and used it until, of course, he came up with his own thing. But like, that was how he started. He just used the government, the thing that we all paid for, to become a billionaire. And so, anyway, I forget what point I was making some kind of point there. So, but these punks, they're just like, they don't like rules and stuff. And it's like, look, there's gonna be a government one way or another. Let's make it so that it's one that helps people. That's all I can do. We just got to be realistic. You know what I mean? It's insane to sit here and say that we should just have no government at all, and then just everybody buy a gun and figure it out. Like, that's not the right, that's not going to work well. Like, first of all, like, school, like, if you have a whole bunch of people that are uneducated because we've completely defunded the government that funds the public education, and now we got a bunch of fucking idiots and desperate idiots at that. That's not a good combo. And guns everywhere. No, let's not do that. That's not fucking Mad Max before you know it. Okay. That's not a good idea. But anyway, so go to, but yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you can support the channel here. And if you want to email me, here's how you do it: punkapostate@gmail.com. I want to hear from you if I get anything wrong, or if there's just anything you want to suggest or anything like that. Just hit me up, punkapostate@gmail.com. Now, the main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time.